What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Osiris, and welcome back to Living with OJ. Right. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We talk about self-improvement and the works, social topics, controversial topics, whatever it is. Welcome to the channel. If you're coming back, welcome back to the channel, bro. Okay. So if you can see the title, obviously the title of the video today is college important for men? Okay, so a little quick backstory. I went to college and I studied computer science. All right, I spent about 300,000 on fees. It was insane, bro. You know, with computer science, obviously, it's a subject that you can basically learn online. You know, that's the sad part about it. You know, there's like a ton of courses online that you could, you know, that you could use for computer science. You know, so I do regret obviously going to college for that sake, for the fee's sake. You know, I mean that could have, dude, that could have solved a whole lot of issues, especially the financial issues here at home, bro. But you know, I guess this also ties in with another video I did before about getting a job. I was in that mentality that no, I don't need to go to college. But since you're in the video, I'm gonna tell you why it's important to go to college. You know, so there's obviously like the first phase. If let's say you studying something that requires practicals like like medicine, something to do with to be a lawyer, you know, or maybe even psychology, right? If you're dealing with something like that, I do think you do need to go to college, right? And also this choice really goes with you, man. You know, I can't tell you what to do. Is it really something that you want to do, right? But obviously, if you check like the whole internet, most people will be like, no, it's not worth it to go to college because of the fees, and they're right. For that part only, it's fucked. It's fucked, man. Like the fees part is just it's ridiculous, bro. Like sometimes and sometimes, you know, you wish they could just like crush, like, let's say you're doing 8 years into like 2 or 3 years, you know. But you know, I guess it goes along with the syllabus wherever you're from in the world, man. So I think it is important, you know. So let's say your life is whole, it's set up on like, okay, I want to be a doctor, or you know, I want to, you know, get my PhD or my master's. Go for it, bro. You know, besides the pay, it's just a lot of work. That's it. So really, so it's just a lot of work. For me, my story with college, man, I was always good with computer programming and IT and all that stuff. So it's gonna seem like it's a breeze. It was a breeze for me because most of the time my college experience was mostly like, okay, I'm chasing girls or I'm hanging out with my friends. So at the end of the day, you know, I always got my work done. You know, I always made sure to get my work done. And plus, most of the time, if you knew me in college, most people would know that I was always on YouTube just watching like, what was I watching back then? Like Abba and Preach and a lot of stuff. That was when the whole self improvement thing started for me in college, literally 2018. So yeah, bro. I was literally like goofing off in college, man, but I still got like 6 distinctions, so I'm cool with that. So for you, man, I would suggest going to college, right? Also, like, if you were a social outcast in high school, going to college really helps for the social aspect, you know? So when you communicate with new people, you meet new friends, you meet a lot of girls, or guys if you're into that, whoever's watching the video, right? If it's a female watching, then guys, and you know what I mean. But for the social aspect, it's very great. You know, I didn't go to like a state university. My type of thing was like a college, sort of smaller, more intimate. So I know if I went to a state college, I would have definitely failed for sure. I don't think I would have gotten like 6 distinctions. So it also depends on where you go. You know, do you want to have a more intimate experience, or do you want to just like have the basic college lifestyle with like partying and all that? I didn't party too much in college. Like I said, I was still quote unquote a nerd and all that. But I still, it's all about balance at the end of the day. If you want to balance the whole social aspect and the academics aspect, you know, do it. Just find a nice even ground, right? But I'm just saying that if you want to be a doctor, stick to your work, bro. We don't need goofy doctors doing goofy things in the operating room. That's for sure, you know. So that's literally it. That's literally it, right? The reason why I wouldn't say the reason why so how I like to structure my videos is I have like why you should and why you shouldn't. So the shouldn't is just the fees for me, bro. Really, it's the fees. So and the second reason would be, the internet is growing. The internet is growing, and there's a ton of courses out there, right? With websites like Skillshare and Udemy, like anything you want to study. Not even that, like there's a website called EDX, right? It has a ton of courses there, ranging from computer science to a whole bunch of other stuff, right? So if websites like this exist, it kind of defeats the purpose of actually going to a college when you can learn these things online, right? And I'm mostly speaking to like people who are interested in doing like business or IT. If you're doing those two, you can kind of do it online, You can kind of do it online, in my opinion. You saves you a lot of time, but in my opinion, for the social aspect and just to be like, you know what, I've been there, I went to college, because I predict like in the next few years, I feel like most of our lives are gonna be very like COVID era, like 2020, very indoors, very like enclosed. We already have jobs that are remote, which helps obviously if you have fuel issues and with the fuel prices going up. Remote jobs has its benefits, but the social aspect and communicating with different people, it deprives us from that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Going to college is important, especially if you want to do something like medicine or law, right? Super important. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, I do agree that it's important to go to college, mostly for the social aspect and just basically getting out there. Especially as an introvert. If an introvert is watching this, I would go to college just for, interacting with people. And not just like fucking hook up and shit like that, but just like meeting new people. Because I feel like college is the most important time of your life where you can network with people. So let's say if you want to start a business in the future, and knowing people and different social circles will benefit you in the future, in my opinion. So you can be like, oh, that guy that's studying business, he can like, he's good at marketing. Or if you're doing another major or another course, then like, I know a guy who can code. Let's say you want to create a business, So networking is super important. Like, I do have a friend actually. He's still my friend, right? He had this mentality, the same mentality, like, no, you know what? I like college for this reason, that I can use this person and this person. Not like in a bad way, but like basically knowing that, oh, I can work with you in the future once you get your degree and we create some sort of big company, Look at college like that, mostly as networking and socializing, Especially for most introverts who want to basically transition from being an introvert to an extrovert. Learning how to talk, social cues, and just learning how people interact in the real world. Because I feel like college is like high school, but with a sprinkle of real life, because everybody's hormone crazy, everybody's doing weird bullshit. But point is, it's very good. It's very good, I won't lie, I'm not gonna say I was like totally extroverted in college. I spent most of the time in the library, like I said, or in class, and I was always watching like YouTube and a whole bunch. Like, I think I can tell you, like, that's where it actually started. Like my love for TED Talks and self-improvement, Elijah Long, who else? Yeah, Urban Preach, and a whole bunch of people, and a lot of gaming videos. Me and my friends would usually like use the college Wi-Fi and pirate games and all that stuff. It was fun, And then obviously once I got a different group of friends, we did different stuff, and that's when we started doing the whole hookup and whatnot. Actually, there's also another story time as how meeting this one friend of mine in college basically skyrocketed, or basically opened me up to a whole bunch of this lifestyle, this community, self-improvement community. So long story short, I didn't want to make the video too long. I just want to get to the point and be like, here we are. So, is college important for men or women who watch this video? Yes, I do believe it's important. Mostly for the social aspect, for networking, and just basically understanding who you are as a person, you know? Understanding who you are as a person. And if you have a great college like I did, then you'd have like CV writing courses, or even like how to present yourself in an interview. You see, it's not just about the little things, but also interacting with the community, doing sports. Like I said, interview, how to present yourself in an interview, because I can assure you, most people don't know how to, like, how do I act in an interview. My college actually hosted things like that. Like, they actually brought like actual, job recruiters, and they taught us like, no, this is how you do. I won't lie, I still like cheers sometimes, and I go to job interviews and stuff like that. But those things are super important in my opinion. So yeah, college is very important for those aspects. The only reason why it's not good is the fees, man. It is crazy. It is crazy. You're gonna be paying like thousands, hundred thousands, man. And especially for those people that do it through student loans. Man, imagine you just graduated and your life started already in the negatives, man. That is a fucking fear, to be honest. That's a hard reality to live in, to be honest. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that. So comment down below whether you're not. If you are going to college, transitioning from high school and going to college, do you want to go to college? Do you not want to go to college? Did that convince you whether or not? You know? Like I said, and for those people who are cool with like, no, I'm cool with being in my own bubble, I don't want to really communicate to people, stay home, bro. It's cool, you know? As long as you can get like your qualifications online through different courses, all good, man. At the end of the day, it's all about what you decide. But I hope I made sense, you know? I hope I made sense. So yeah, comment down below. How was your college experience? I want this to be a community where I say my piece, and maybe some other people can help other people be like, okay, college is good for this and this reason. Did I miss out anything? If I did, write it down below. And that wraps it up right there, man. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more.